There's no one-size-fits-all approach to creating a successful fundraising strategy and plan.
People are nervous, right? It's a big deal. We're raising $10 million, even if we're raising $1 or $3 million, depending on the size of the org.
Major gift fundraising is not deadline driven. It really is probably the only type of fundraising, along with planned giving, that is not deadline driven.
AI comes on the scene that's affordable, accessible, that can provide insights and personalization at scale.
That's the first core element of this fundraising engine or funnel, is making sure that the top of your funnel, the beginning of your fundraising process, you are in front of the right people.
What do the people we serve need? And how do we open the door to help them get there?
What happens a lot of times is we get this discomfort or this fear, and our brain tells our body to stop.
We can acquire donors and we can automate everything. And that's where I worry, at least personally, around the perils of AI, that it would remove humans from the interaction.
This is the Intentional Fundraiser Podcast.
Have you ever wondered why, in a world where we can reach thousands with a single click, it sometimes feels harder than ever to truly connect? Picture this: your mission, your story, your passion, lost in a sea of 120 emails a day. Welcome, my friends, to another episode of the Intentional Fundraiser Podcast. I'm your host, Tammy Zonker, major gift strategist, speaker, and someone who's spent nearly 3 decades helping organizations like yours scale generosity and impact. If you're a development leader, executive director, or board member seeking to deepen relationships with your major donors in this digital-first world, you're in the right place. Today, we're unpacking how to engage major donors in the digital age, balancing high-tech with high-touch, and ensuring every supporter feels seen, valued, and inspired. Let's be honest, the stakes have never been higher. Donor expectations are evolving at lightning speed. According to recent data, 63% of donors now prefer to give online, and nearly half say regular email communications keep them engaged and inspire repeat giving. Even our most seasoned major donors, those who once cherished a handwritten note, are now comfortable with video calls, digital reports, and interactive updates. But here's the thing: while digital tools make it easier to reach donors, they also make it easier to lose them. The average donor retention rate has dropped to 42.9%. Generic outreach just doesn't cut it anymore. So, how do we rise above the noise? How do we build authentic, lasting relationships in a world that sometimes feels more transactional than transformational? Let me take you back to a moment from early in my career. I remember working with a major donor, let's call her Margaret, who loved receiving handwritten notes. For years, that was our tradition. Then the pandemic hit. Suddenly, in-person meetings and handwritten notes weren't an option. I hesitated, unsure if a video call or digital thank you would feel authentic. But you know what? Margaret loved it. She told me, "Tammy, seeing your face and hearing your voice made all the difference." It wasn't about the medium. It was about the message, the connection, and the intentionality behind it. I want you to pause for a moment and think, how do your donors like to be engaged? When was the last time you asked them? If you're listening with a team, jot down the top 3 ways you currently connect with major donors. Are those touch points truly personal, or could they use a refresh? Let's talk trends for a moment. Did you know that 32% of donors are most inspired to give using social media, but only 18% say social media keeps them engaged long-term? Email comes in close behind, inspiring 30% of gifts. What does this tell us? Digital channels are powerful for acquisition, but long-term engagement demands something deeper. And here's a stat that always blows my mind. Personalized emails see open rates more than 82% higher than generic ones. Segmented campaigns can boost revenue by up to 760%. That's not just a small lift. That's a game changer. I want you to think of your donor relationships like a garden. Digital tools are the sunlight and water. They help things grow quickly. but without careful tending, personal attention, regular check-ins, and a little fertilizer, that's your gratitude and storytelling. Your garden can wither. It's not enough to plant seeds. You have to nurture them. Here are a few strategies for you to try. Strategy number 1, personalize every touch point. Personalization isn't just a buzzword, it's the secret sauce. Use your CRM to track donor interests, giving history and communication preferences. Never send a dear friend email to a major donor. Instead, reference their last gift, call out a project they care about, or mention a recent conversation. I worked with an organization that segmented their major donor list by interest: arts, education, and healthcare. They tailored their updates and invitations accordingly. The result? Not only did open rates soar, but donors began replying to emails, sharing feedback, and even forwarding messages to friends. After you finish listening to this episode, I want you to do a quick audit. Open your donor database. List the last 5 major donor communications you sent. Were they personalized? Did you reference something unique to that donor? If not, I want you to set a goal. Personalize your next 5 touch points. Track the response. You might be surprised by the results. Strategy 2, embrace storytelling and visuals. Donors want to see their impact. Share behind-the-scenes videos, photo diaries, and real-time updates. Social media posts with faces get 38% more engagement. And stories are 22 times more memorable than facts alone. A few years ago, I sent a donor a short video tour of a project they helped fund. It was filmed on my phone, nothing fancy. The donor called me in tears saying, "I finally feel like I can see the difference I'm making." That's the power of storytelling. Think of storytelling as both a window and a mirror. It lets donors look into your mission and see the impact of their generosity, but it also reflects their values and aspirations back to them. When donors see themselves in your story, they're inspired to give and to keep giving. Strategy 3, leverage automation, but keep it human. Automation tools like Bloomerang, Sumac, and ThankView can help you streamline routine tasks, receipts, reminders, even birthday messages. But remember, automation should free you up for more personal outreach, not replace it. One organization I advised used ThankView to send personalized video thank yous after every major gift. The result? Donor retention increased by 27%. And here's the kicker: it took less time than writing individual emails. This week, try sending a video thank you to a donor. It doesn't have to be perfect, just heartfelt. Bonus points if you mention a specific project or milestone. Strategy 4, make giving easy and enjoyable. A seamless, mobile-friendly donation process is non-negotiable. Regularly test your online forms. If a donor hits a snag, you want to know about it and fix it fast. Here's a quick tip. Ask a friend or board member to make a test donation on their phone. Was it easy? Frustrating? Use their feedback to improve. Strategy 5, invite two-way engagement. Donors don't want to be talked at, they want to be heard. Polls, surveys, and reply back campaigns invite donors to share their thoughts. I've hosted virtual coffees and digital town halls, which have led to some of my most meaningful donor conversations. Plan a virtual coffee or Q&A session for your top donors. Invite them to share their hopes, ideas, and concerns. You'll gain valuable insights and deepen your relationships. And strategy number 6, celebrate milestones and show gratitude. Never miss a giving anniversary or donor birthday. Recognition increases donor retention by up to 27%. And it's easy to automate reminders for these personal touches. I once called a donor on the anniversary of their first gift. They were floored, not because of the date, but because someone remembered. That small gesture turned a one-time donor into a lifelong supporter. Let's talk about the elephant in the digital room: artificial intelligence. Tools like Momentum are now helping organizations create custom stewardship plans and automate next steps. But remember, AI should enhance, not replace your human touch. Use it to analyze data and suggest actions, but always add your personal voice. Think of your digital toolkit as an orchestra. Each tool, CRM, email, video, social media, plays a different instrument, but the conductor, that's you. Your intentionality brings harmony, ensuring donors experience a symphony, not a cacophony. Let's recap with clear steps you can take this week. Audit your digital touchpoints. List every way you connect with donors online. Identify which feel personal and which need improvement. Segment your major donor list. Use your CRM to tailor communications based on interests and giving history. Send a personalized video thank you. Try ThankView or a simple smartphone video for your next major gift. Share a donor story. Feature a donor's impact with permission in your next newsletter or social post. Track and analyze. Monitor engagement metrics, opens, clicks, replies, and adjust your approach based on real data. Here's a fun fact to share with your team. Did you know that stories are 22 times more memorable than facts alone? So next time you're tempted to send a spreadsheet, consider telling a story instead. It just might be the spark that ignites your next major gift. As we wrap up, remember, technology will keep changing, but the need for authentic connection never will. Donors want to feel like partners, not transactions. When we combine the best of digital tools with a genuine human touch, we build trust, inspire generosity, and create lasting impact. So, what will you do differently this week? Will you personalize that next email, pick up the phone, or send a quick video message? The smallest intentional act can create a ripple of generosity. Thank you for joining me today on the Intentional Fundraiser podcast. If you found value in this episode, share it with a colleague, leave a review, or connect with me on LinkedIn. I'd love to hear what's working for you, what challenges you're facing, or your best tip for engaging donors in the digital age. Until next time, keep transforming your fundraising so you can transform the world.
The Intentional Fundraiser podcast is a Fundraising Transformed original. I'm Trent Thompson, executive producer, CMO, and head of community at Fundraising Transformed and the Modern Institute for Charitable Giving. The Intentional Fundraiser podcast has been recognized by FeedSpot as one of the top 80 fundraising podcasts on the web. This recognition means so much to us, and it wouldn't be possible without your incredible support, encouragement, and thoughtful engagement. Every listen, share, and conversation has helped us grow and reach more passionate fundraisers like you. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a moment to review and rate it 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, and be sure to follow or subscribe wherever you listen. For resources mentioned in this episode and to subscribe to our Scaling Major Gifts newsletter, visit fundraisingtransformed.com.